Hey, what's happening, Game One? I am Sir James from Gamerfuzion.com, and for this video I'm here to show you guys my new exotic weapon, which is an exotic shotgun known as the Lord of Wolves within the Prism of Elders. Now before I show you guys some gameplay and go over the specs, I do want to take the moment to explain exactly how do you obtain this weapon or any of the weapons within the Prism of Elders. So if you're new to Destiny or maybe just got the House of Wolves, then you might want to pay attention to this information. So first off, how do you get this new exotic bounty? The process is quite simple. First off, you need to do the Prism of Elders level 34 and or 35, and there is a chance that a bounty will drop for you by killing the end boss. Now do keep in mind that this is not a guaranteed drop the first time around, nor is it as challenging to get like the Gala Horn, nor is it frustrating like the Crux of Crota. This is actually a lot more easier to get, but again, it's pretty much a rare random drop, so it's not a guarantee the first time around. The second step is, once that drops, is to go to the asteroid, which is the second social location, and talk to Varix. Then he's going to task you to go back to the Prism of Elders and to open up the main chest at the very end, which requires a treasure key. Once you do that, you'll go back to Varix, and this is where the little bit of a time consuming will take place, because you will have to wait for him to summon you before you can start the next task. And the summon portion can take anywhere from 24 hours to up to 2 weeks. For my first time, it took me about 3 days, while my second time took me closer to 2 weeks. After that, you'll be tasked to go back to the Prism of Elders and to gain 1000 experience points, and you only get experience points by killing the bosses in the Prism of Elders. So of course the fastest way to go about this is by doing the level 34 and or 35. However, if you're not in a hurry, you could always do multiple runs of the level 32 way, and that's pretty much going to take you about 4 to 5 runs in order to gain 1000 experience for the level 32 run. After that, you'll go back to Varix, and then you get to choose from one of the 3 exotic weapons. One of them is the Lord of Wolves, which I'm going to show you guys in this video, the Queenbreaker's Bow, which I showed you guys back in the beginning portions of June, and the last one is Drake's Promise, which is an exotic sidearm. Again, I don't have that bounty yet, but eventually I will have a video on that. So anyways, here you guys go. This is the Lord of Wolves. Before I show you guys the specs, I just want to show you guys how it looks when you're holding the weapon. And pretty much anyone who's staring at the other end of this barrel knows that they're pretty much going to die, but you'll see some PvP portions in this video here in just a moment. So let's go ahead and get back here. So there you guys go, the Lord of Wolves, which is a solar based weapon with 365 damage. And as we go into more detail, again, this is not as pretty much after I got it like I did with the Queenbreaker's Bow, because I was actually testing this out in PvP, and this thing is deadly. And again, I don't have it maxed out yet, so once I do, then expect some further gameplay on this. So the specs that we have here is that we have small drift control, soft ballistics, linear compensator. So these aren't really going to be any useful, so you just might want to stick with the smart drift control. Next up is hip fire, which obviously gives you bonus accuracy when firing from the hip, always useful. Then you have speed reload, extended mag, and perfect balance. The balance isn't too bad, but once you have this equipped, then of course it's going to be a lot better. And then the last one is Devil's Touch. Kills with this weapon rally nearby allies with a +3 recovery, which will last about 30 seconds. So an interesting perk and quite different than what we've seen before. So here's kind of a little bit more of a cleaner image. And now let's go ahead and show you guys some gameplay. So first off, I want to show you guys how this does in PvE, which of course, since these enemies are pretty basic, they're going to be extremely easy to kill. But rather than killing the basic enemies, let's go ahead and go over here and see if any of these hives are pretty much looming around in the darkness. And I believe, according to the radar, there's some enemy presence known. As you can see, that is an extremely deadly weapon. Now before I show you guys a gameplay moment of PvP, I'm going to go ahead and use one of my special ammo synths and show you guys the maximum ammo compatibility with this. So this thing carries up to 213 bullets, but each clip is about 30. And every time you fire, that uses a total of 5. And of course, pretty much if you're in the way of that, you're pretty much going to be dead. So before I end this video, here's a small portion of PvP, and if you guys have any questions, leave that in the comment section down below. Tell me what you guys think of this exotic shotgun, and until then, I am Sir James from Gamerfuzion.com.